Okay, I'm back today and I'm going to make a 2-page layout. I'm going to use one of our old retired scallop lace punch because I love it. It's an edge punch. I have Mossy Meadow and Daffodil Delight ink. Not certain if I will use it, just depends on what I do. I brought out the set because if I stamp, I'm going to use these little things for decoration. I have my dimensionals in case I need them. I pulled this out because I'm thinking I might use some of these on the page. I have my banners, as I might add a banner here or there. I have 2 pieces of 1.5 by 12-inch cardstock in Whisper White. I have 4 of the, excuse me, 4 of the months from the calendar. I have the frame that they came out of. I have this beautiful piece of paper, and I have 2 pieces of Rich Razzleberry 12 by 12 cardstock. So the first thing I did was I took that piece of pattern paper and I cut it into 1-inch strips, so they're 1 by 6. I took those 2 1.5 by 12 pieces of Whisper White and I punched the edge. I attached the strips to the pattern paper like this. I took the 2 strips and I attached one to the top of my 12 by 12 Rich Razzleberry and one to the bottom, and I left a little bit of a border type at the top to keep them separated. Okay, I have the first page done. I ended up doing some changes because when I started playing, I didn't like the way it turned out. I took the set Botanical Blooms, which is going to be available next month, and I used the large flower in there and this little spiral thing. I stamped the large flower randomly with Rich Razzleberry ink. Then I stamped the spiral with Memento Black. I have a gold jelly pen, and I went over that spiral with that gold jelly pen just to give it some sparkle. I took those calendar months, flipped it to the back, which is perfectly white. I added some gold twine that I had. There's some in the kit, but I knew it wouldn't be enough, so I used what I had. And I added some sparkle behind it and put down my photo mats. Now what I may do is, and I didn't do it because I want to wait till I get my photos, if I have space I'll go back and add some little flowers and maybe some of these things to look like leaves in the corners once I get them down. So there's the, oh, I forgot to tell you, I took one of the gold flags banners and I cut it down just a little bit to hide that seam in there, and I popped out one of the flowers from the pop-outs and put it on top with a dimensional. So there's the first page. Page 2 is very similar. I stamped randomly. I put the banner and the flower at the bottom. I took the frame that those calendar pages were in, and I kept that, and what I did was I took glue and put a dot of glue in key areas and then let it dry. My purpose in doing this is once this dries, it becomes repositionable, and I don't know you know, what my pictures are going to look like, so my goal is to have this repositionable so that I can take it up, put my pictures underneath, and then I'll put it down permanently. That's what that looks like. Now what I'm thinking is I will take, excuse me, I'm going to take these little flowers and these things and stamp here, but I can't do that until I put my picture in and make sure it looks all right. I did not add any sentiments or titles on this page because at this point I don't know what I'm going to use this for. I could use this for pictures of my flowers. I could use this for pictures of the girls. It just depends. And I'll come up with a title for it when I do that. So there's my 2-page spread using the kit from December.